All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're about to ready. Interesting lineup today for Hanwha. We'll get to that once they come up. Weiss out on the mound, having a even better season than he had last year, which is kind of expected. As you're expected to have a better season when they change the baseball. So the big thing for Weiss is can he pitch well against Samsung? He has not pitched well against Samsung this season. He has a 4.35 ERA against him in 4 games. He's 2-2. Hanwha's manager, I think he might have been out with the shortstop last night because that's the only thing that would explain the entire lineup here. Ito Yoon in at second, but playing also second in the lineup. Maybe he just his eyes are so bad that he was watching and saw, he's at second base, so he has to play second base, or he's in the second in the lineup. I don't know what it was, but interesting choice. As the first pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, the next pitch almost hits him as he bounces back out of the way, and it's 1-1. Yeah, I mean, the lineup for Samsung, definitely understand that. Gujauk is DHing instead of playing out in the field today. A couple Hanwha fans just scattered in there with the Samsung as Weiss misses badly again, and it's a 2-1. So Weiss again has not pitched well against Samsung. Perfect. As that misses up high, and it's 3-1. That is not a guy that you want on base. What's up, Michael? Welcome. Yeah, I knew he was dealing with some issues. And here comes the 3-1 pitch in there for a strike at the top of the zone. And we've got our first, full count of the day, as I've already given Hanwha hits, and we know that's not true yet. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. And fouls that one away. That is something they do not want to get into. They do not want to get into a high pitch count in this first inning for Weiss. High pitch count for him. Again, yesterday, both the starters did not do well as Samsung got the win. And that's going to be a single through to the right side. And just like that's one hit, one at bats. And that ends the old no hitter for Weiss. Clean single right through on the right side. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Kim Ji Chan, how many pitches before he starts running? Kim Sung Yoon on in the batter's box now. He also has plenty of speed, so doubling up these two is a nightmare as that misses up high and outside, and it's 1-0. Weiss, again, like I said, he has not pitched well against Samsung, a 4.35 ERA against them in 4 games, 2-2. Samsung hitting a 2.43 against them, 4 of their 11 home runs. Weiss has given up 11 home runs. He does have a home run issue. He does give up quite a few long balls. So he's given up 4 home runs to Samsung. He's given up 11 on the season. As that's going to be a ground ball. Kim In Won throws to second and not able to get the double play, as that will go down as a 3-6 putouts for the first out. Again, these guys are way too fast. As Kim Sung Yoon will now take over on first base. Nice play by Kim In Won, looking at the ball all the way in. Throw to Shimu Jun over there at shorts, and 1 away. That brings up Gujauk, and the first pitch is fouled away. So Weiss on the season, a 2.95 ERA, is pitched just about the same at home, a 2.75 ERA. So his road home split is not too different. But he is 8-1 at home as the throwover doesn't get him. So 14-3 on the season, but 8-1 at home. So obviously most of his wins are coming at home. And that is way up high, and it's 1-1. Yeah, the thing with Kim Sung Yoon trying to steal a base is Weiss does throw 150. So that's why Hanwha is doing so well in the stolen or the caught stealing departments, is because they got three starters that throw 150. That was an ugly looking swing as way up on in the zone. Might have been actually outside of the zone up high, but ugly looking swing. That bat was closer to the bullpen than the actual ball. That was an awful looking swing. Weiss goes is gone away from the old hair flowing out the back and has gone to the ponytail. The mini man bun back in the back, as that one misses way outside as he sets up way outside. 13 pitches now for Weiss. Kim Sung Yoon over there at first base. It might be going on this pitch here. Looks like they were trying to almost kind of a pitch out on that last pitch. And the 2-2 is fouled into Che Jae Hoon. And he walks that one off a little bit. Yeah, I wish I had information like how many stolen bases each pitcher's given up and things like that, but I don't have access to all that information. Plenty of Hanwha fans scattered in there with the Samsung fans on the season. A 216 against Hanwha, as that's rolled over. That's going to be foul though, and we'll have another pitch. Full count to Kim Ji Chan ended up giving up a hit, and then just two pitches to Kim Sung Yoon. So started out with a rough pitch counts, but sitting okay now at 15, getting ready for pitch number 16. Going with the long sleeves today. Is it cold outside? And that is right down the middle as he just watches it. That was questionable. I mean, that was could not be more down the middle, ladies and gentlemen. Could not be more down the middle. As more advertisements for Hanwha, trying to get as much money as possible since they can't cover up the disabled seating and charge people for table seats. That's in there for a strike to Diaz. Yeah, it's surprising that Weiss is wearing long sleeves. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Checks over on Kim Sung Yoon. He slides back in easily. Diaz rocking the MLB sleeve. And the 0-1, a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Have to think that Kim Sung Yoon is going to be off on this pitch. If it's a ball, it's not going to be easy to throw unless they pitch out. And the 0-2 is popped up. Shortstop under it on the infield grass, and that's 3 away. They get a leadoff single, but nothing after that, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Interesting lineup for Hanwha. Interesting lineup for Hanwha. Starting off with a leadoff single on a full count, and then roll over and play dead is the Samsung offense. All right, so Sonos up will lead things off for Hanwha. Parado out on the mound. Your standard defensive lineman for Samsung, nothing changed. Again, Gujauka DHing, Pak Sung Gyu in left field, Yuji Hyuk over at seconds. Everything else is just the regular old setup for Samsung. Now that Kim Ji Chan is back, leading things off for Hanwha, their DH. As Sonos up, he's back into the DH spots now that they have got E. Jean Young over in right field. Questionable decisions. Lots of questions in the lineup today for Hanwha. Again, you have Ito Yoon in the second spots. You've got looks like scouts on hand. Are they watching Hirado, or are they there to watch Weiss? San Diego scouts sitting there. That, or he just wants to pretend he's a San Diego scout. I think a San Diego scout would have an iPhone, not a whatever that was. And Sonos up looks at the ball one up high. And that misses up high. 2-0. Murado on the season, 268 ERA, 12-8 on the season. It does have, he's pitched better than his record, I would say, as the 2-0 is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. He's a guy that is going to give you 6 innings no matter what. He's a guy that can go completely through the entire lineup. He can pitch complete games. He can pitch shutouts. He's had a couple already this season. He has the 2-1 in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. So not going to get a lot of walks today. Hirado, 33 walks in 164 innings. Weiss, not a guy that walks too many either. So two guys that are gonna go deeper into the game, and then probably not walk anybody, as that's going to be a single over the second baseman's head, and that will end the old no hitter for Hirado. So both leadoff hitters get on base. Oh yeah, I imagine he would go back to maybe go back to NC, or not NC, but to Lotte, finish his career off there. Him and No Shiwan are going to hang out in Busan as Ito Yoon looks at ball one on the outside. And Kyung Mino sets up on the inside, and that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman, a toss to the shortstop, throw to first, and that will be a 4-6-3 double play. Excellent decision to make sure to put Ito Yoon at the second spot on the lineup. Again, I'm not entirely sure of this. Again, they have an option where they could put Kim Tae-yun in the leadoff spot, Sonos up in the second spot, Moon Hyun Bin in the third spots. But that would require a manager that wasn't clinically insane. as that pitch to Moon Bin is up high, 1-0. 320 on the season, a swing and a miss there, and that's now 1-1. 12 home runs, a lovely 67 RBIs. They've done their best to find a spot for him in the lineup as that's rolled over and foul. Again, he does his damage late in the games. He is Mr. Clutch himself. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up high and fouls that one away. Stays 1-2. The last 5 games, 235 for Moon Hyun Bin, as Hanwha's offense has not been good lately. Not only do they not have Chan Sung, now Liberato is out. Their offense was awful before those two guys went out, and then you take two of your best offensive threats and take them out of the lineup and off the main first roster, and you've got yourself some issues. And the 1-2 pitch sets up on the inside, and he lifts that one up. Crowd goes crazy for a routine fly ball to center field, and that will be 3 away. So we go to the second inning. It's 1-1 in the hit department, and no runs. As Harado works around the leadoff single by getting a nice little double play. And Samsung score away from Lions Park. Elsewhere, Doosan already up 2-0 against Lotte, and LG is up 1-0 against Kium. In my easy picks for today, definitely LG and Kia, as they have Oler facing Moon Young Ik, the bullpen pitcher for KT, making his first starts versus Park Jung Hoon for Kium against LG. Park Jung Hoon also making a first start on the season as another bullpen guy. So, what is gonna happen? The difference between third and eighth in the league is only 2.5 games. Lead by a run after 5. That should definitely happen. I mean, if it doesn't, that just explains how bad Kia's offense is on the season. Because again, they're going against a guy that's got, I think, when I looked, I think he had 10 bullpen appearance, 13 bullpen appearances, 430 out of the bullpen, no starts. All right, the top of the second, Kim Young-un, the free swinger, will be leading things off for the old Samsung Lyonnaise. And a swing and a miss there, just like I said. The old free swinger. Wonder if all the uniforms that are always at the home games made it to Dejan. And that's in there for a strike on the inside, and it's 0-2. Weiss features fastball most of the time, 45%, 46% of the time he's going to throw his fastball. That was a fastball that's missed up, and it's 1-2. Fastball 149 is his season average. Off of that, he throws a slider 30% of the time, a curveball 12, and then his little sweeper that they finally started classifying differently is that's another caught looking as they were looking for the old slider, but that, ladies and gentlemen, was the fastball on the outside corner, and it's one away. That brings up a Kang Min Ho. And that's in there for a strike as the curveball just barely drops in. And it's 0 1. I don't think that was a curveball, though. That might have just been a hard slider. 274 on the season for Kang Min Ho. 10 home runs. Again, doing his damage on back behind the plates and in the batter's box. And that is popped up a right fielder and a center fielder. Center fielder Iwan Suk under it, and that will be 2 away. 2 quick outs for Weiss, and that's going to bring up UG Hyuk. Only 6 pitches to get 2 outs versus the 7 pitches to the first batter last inning. And that's in there for a ball, low, and it's 1-0. UG Hyuk having a season, a 286 on the season, playing lots of second base, third base, and some first base, as that one misses way, way, way up high. It's 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch, that is going to be lifted, but a couple steps back is Moon Bin, and that will be 3 away. 1, 2, 3, go the old Samsung Leonese, as Weiss only needs 9 pitches to get through his second inning. It's a 0-0, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, blue's not my first choice by any means. Not my first choice. Is LG is taking a 2-0 lead down, and NC has loaded the bases in the top of the second inning against SSG with just 1 out. So Lotte also threatening. And they've got runners on first and seconds, down by 2 with no outs in the bottom of the first. Well, when you go 1, 2, 3 with only 9 pitches, you lose your lion roar and or have to settle for the old kitten. Little alley cats. Alley cat, alley cat. And the bottom of the lineup, or bottom of the seconds, will be No Shiwan, Yi Jin Young, and Kim In Wan. No Shiwan leading things off, which is great news if you're a Hanwha fan, because that means 2 things. 1, he can't hit into double plays, and 2, he's more likely to hit home run. I don't have any chicken sounds. I don't have any chicken sounds, unfortunately. All I have is I have a seagull sound for the old Lotte Gigantes, is that's outside and ball 1. Yeah, another 1-4. Swing and a miss is that makes it 1-1. No Shiwan yesterday 0 for 4 with a double play, but they did score a run on his double play. Yeah, another 1-1 pitch rolled over and foul, and 1-2. And Hirado is not a big strikeout guy. He's 117 strikeouts in 164 innings. That's why he's able to go so deep into games. He relies on his defense. His Samsung's defense is pretty good behind him. Probably the best defender at third base. Shortstop is also a good defender in Kim Jae Hyun as he rolls over that one, and it's now 1-2. Still, so only 13 pitches in that first inning for Hirado. So able to mark real quickly. Run home, Wan Shi. Yes, run home to Lotte, run home to Busan. I think that's what that means. As the 1-2 is fouled away, stays 1-2. Run home. Murado looking like he's auditioning for a remake of Scarface with all the white powder on his hand. Yeah, another 1-2 pitch misses up high. 149 there, so yeah, quite possibly. He averages 145 with his fastball. Again, normally throws his fastball 32% of the time off of that to 22% of the time. His changeup, two seam 19, and a curveball 11%. One of the things that makes, to me, really makes a great pitcher in the KBO, it doesn't necessarily have to be how fast they throw. If they do not have four pitches, they really just are not successful. That's all there is to it. Is that one is in the dirt, and it's now full count, 3-2, first full count of the day for Hanwha. You look at all of the pitchers in the league who are successful. Those, I think Weiss might be the only one that is really a two-pitch pitcher, but his other two pitches are really good. As that one misses outside and he walks him. He is not happy with himself there. No, I don't like. I don't really watch too much unless I'm streaming. I just don't have the time. But was it a strike? Is the question. All right, that brings up Eugene Young. And he lifts that one up. His center fielder under it, though. And that will be one away. That brings up a Kim In-won. Kiwi is calling for a home run. I already know it's. Kiwi calling for a 2-run shot right here. Yeah, the first pitch is a ball on the outside, and it's a 1-0. Oh, I'm sure he will. Did he pitch yesterday? He did not pitch yesterday, so as he fouls that one into his foot, it's a 1-1 now on the count. Yeah, so he'll probably pitch today. And you got a full weekend, and then obviously on Monday they start the expanded rosters. So another 1-1 is going to be a ground ball right to the second shortstop, who steps on the bag, throws to first in time, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will be another double play. A great play by EJ Hyun to get the double play. We'll go to the third inning. I think what Kiwi meant was it's not a 2-run homer, it's a 2-out ground ball. I think that's what he actually meant. Old EJ Hyun. NC out to a quick lead, 3-0 against SSG. Not something that these guys want. Again, Weiss, as far as Weiss's innings, his first inning is usually his worst inning. The opponents hit 291 against him to start the game, and obviously Kim Ji Chan was led off with that single. Parado, on the other hand, the first 3 innings is pretty rough for him. 286, 280, and a 301 in the third. After that, he really starts to settle in. So both of these pitchers sitting in the 20s after the second inning. Samsung will have their 8-9 one-hitters coming up. And that's in there for a strike, 0-1. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that is lifted into right field. Eugene Young takes a couple steps back, and that's be one away. Couple of twins there. All right, EJ Hyun steps in. A good defensive play just to end the bottom of the second inning. And that's a nice looking slider there, in for a strike, and it's 0-1. .228 on the season for the shortstop. And that is off balance, and it's going to drop in front of the center fielder, and he'll be on base with the second hit of the day for Samsung. And that brings up a Kim Ji Chan. Kim Ji Chan already 1 hit on the day. EJ Hyun, another guy that has plenty of speed. And he goes in the throw, not in time. A a big swing there from Kim Ji Chan that on a pitch that was way over the strike zone. And Kim Ji Chan, a completely a swing just so that he didn't get thrown out, as that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Juke is a Hanwha fan. He is not a Kim Min-won fan, though. And a swing and a miss on a pitch off the zone. Swings it 2 balls. And that's the third strikeout of the day for Weiss, as Weiss's wife looks on. I don't think he really needed that swing. That pitch was so bad. Let's see, here we go. That brings up, oh, wrong button. Kim Sung-yoon. Kim Sung-yoon slaps that one. That's going to be over Moon Hyun Bin's head, and that's going to one hop into the wall, and 1 run is in. as Kim Sung-yoon comes up with the RBI double. And just like that, Samsung takes the 1-0 lead. Going the other way as he hung that curve. Moon Hyun Bin playing way in as it goes over his head. And that just switches spots as Kim Sung-yoon takes over to second base now. Gu Ja-uk will step in now. Yeah, a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Gu Ja-uk struck out swinging in his first at-bats. Just asked the umpire if that pitch right down the middle was a strike. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Misses inside, and it's 1-2. Yeah, all of the grass around the dirt looks really bad. And I think that's for two reasons. One, I think they planted it way too late. They planted it way, way too late, is the thing. As that misses way outside, and it's a 2-2 now. So I think they planted it too late, and also because of playing the games the with the field in bad condition, with all the rain, trying to use all the quick dry and everything, all of that together has made it pretty bad. All right, the 2-2 pitch. He holds up, and that runs the count full. A very emphatic did not swing there from the third base umpire. And then this will be the second full count of the day for the old Samsung Leonese. And he swings at it, but it goes foul. That would have been ball 4. Sitting at for 14 pitches in this inning for Weiss. 19 in the first, 9 in the seconds. Ran into a little bit of trouble here in the third inning. Oh, that field does look awful. How's right field look? Are they going to get a right field doesn't look nearly as bad. And that's fouled straight back. Yeah, that's the very emphatic third base umpire. Yeah, it's tough to keep the grass going whenever you're expected to play in in the pouring down rain. Yeah, another 3-2 pitch. That's going to be rolled over. Second baseman scoops it up, throws over to first, and that will be 3 away. But Hanwha gives up a run on a single, a stolen base, and an RBI double from Kim Sung-yoon. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Samsung. Yeah, because NC played a lot of home games to finish the season because they played so many road games earlier in the season. All right, coming up will be the 7, 8, and 9. Yeah, it's whatever your uh Yeah. So Arpo, the way it works is every time in between innings, just like you would regular TV, advertisement plays. So if you're someone who watches a lot of advertisements, then it'll show up more. If you're somebody who skips them, then it won't play them as much. But Arpo, that's how I pay my bills. I get about $1. I get about a chunwon a game to stream. Under 3.5. I mean, you should be fine with that, Michael. Again, it's you got two guys that shouldn't give up too many. Lotte takes the lead 3-2 as NC's up 4-0 now. All right, here we go. Bottom of the inning. Shea Jae-hoon in the 7 spot today, not in the 8 spots. They had to make room for Iwan Suk into the 9 spots. And again, you have a righty. I don't know why they didn't put their shortstop in there. I don't know why they didn't go with number 16. Not that I'm upset that I don't have to look at his face, but offensively, it just would make way more sense. As a swing and a miss there as he falls down. And it's 0-2. Que será, será. 279 on the season for Che Jae-hoon. 333 earlier this week. That misses up high, and it's 1-2. And another 1-2 catches him looking on the outside corner, and absolutely beaut, as that will be one away. They get the leadoff runner for the first time today. Oh, we know the internet at Daejeon Stadium isn't good enough to be able to. As the Shimu Jun trying to end the game in the second or the third inning, swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. Shimu Jun, 213 on the season. He's actually had a decent second half as he fouls that one into the dirt, and it's 0-2. Oh, the only person happy with the the Shimu. There's two people happy with the Shimu Jun contract. One is Shimu Jun, and the second one is Pak Chan Ho because Pak Chan Ho is going to be a free agent after this year, and he's like, Shimu Jun got that much money, I'm going to be rich. As the 0-2 swing and a miss, as he is doing exactly what is expected at the bottom of this lineup. There's 2 strikeouts on the slider there. Oh, he's awful. He's of the current players, he is one of the 5 worst hitters in the league. And I'm talking for the career, is that's a beautiful pitch at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Career hitters in the KBO coming into this season, Shimu Jun was the 5th worst. As that is grounded over to the second baseman, throws to first, and that's is a 1-2-3 inning. First 1-2-3 inning of the day for Gerardo as we go to the 4th inning. It's 1-0 Samsung. Diaz will lead things off. I can hit the button again if you want. Harpo, you want me to hit the advertisement button? Oh, okay, okay. Diaz again leads things off for Samsung. They'll have the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. Let's see what else is happening. Still no no runs in that Kia KT game. Actually, Kia is getting a I won't even say it. KT with 2 hits and a walk, Kia with not that much. Oh, it's top of the fourth here. Weiss is sitting at 44 pitches. Oops. And that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So I heard that, yeah, he apologized. I saw that earlier today, or earlier in the week, as the 0-1 almost hits him in the foot. It's 1-1. And way, way, way outside. And shots foul. 2-2 now. Diaz, again, leading the league in home runs. He's on pace for 50 home runs, 153 RBIs. That's way, way up high. Runs the count full. Another full count. Third full count of the day for Samsung. Had a single in the first for Kim-Ji Chan and a 4-3 ground out last inning for Gu Jia. Yeah, another 3-2 pitch is fouled straight back. Keeps it at 3-2, but to now 50 pitches for Weiss. Oh, 19 pitches in the first as he ran into trouble with that leadoff single and a full counts. Then quick 9-pitch second inning. Then last inning, 16 pitches as he gave up a single, a stolen base, and the RBI double. And then now he's got another full counts here as he's thrown 6 pitches to the leadoff batter. And the 3-2 way outside. And a leadoff walk. Tried to backdoor the slider, but not even close. That brings up Kim Young-un, who struck out looking in his first at bats. And a swing and a miss there. It's 0-1. Kim Young-un, again, one of the true two outcome guys, either a strikeout or a home run. And the 0-1 misses low, ball 1. 1-1. Oh, those are the pool seats? Looks like there's an opening. Let's go to number 5 or number 3, Kiwi. I'll meet you there. That's grounded right to Kim In-won, who throws to shorts and then to first in time. And that's will be a 3-6-3 double play. Kim In-won doing some defensive work over there at first base. Why are you calling safe? The ball was there in the glove going around the horn before you hit the bag. All right, it's a Kang Min Ho now. Just catches the outside corner on a beautiful pitch, 152 for a strike. And it sets up on the outside, a swing and a miss there. And it's 0-2. Samsung gets Kim Young Un as a D8, a DF, designated fielder. And Hanwha gets Shimu Jun as a designated fielder at short. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch to Kang Min Ho. Up high, ball one, 1-2. Misses outside again. A good eye there by Kang Min Ho. As, and the 2-2 misses way up high, and another full count, fourth full count of the day for Samsung. Running this pitch count up, getting into a bullpen that is was used a lot yesterday and used a lot on Monday and Tuesday. And the 3-2 catches him looking on that sweeper. Fourth strikeout of the day for Weiss as he gives up a walk to start, but a ground into a double play and a strikeout ends the top of the fourth. We'll go to the bottom. 1-0 Samsung. Oh, are you watching on Soup? You watching the game on Soup? Ah, I thought Soup still had the same Korean commercials. I didn't realize that they had the actual. I didn't realize they had their own whatever commercials. How do you not have cable? I watch on regular TV on what is today NBC. All right, just Sonos up leads things off for Hanwha as they try to get closer here. And the first pitch is low, ball one, 1-0. Sonos up a single in his first at bat, but was erased on the 4-6-3 double play. And here comes the 1-0. Misses inside at 2-0. Same start that he had last in his first at bat. Went ahead 2-0 to start the bottom of the first, and then before getting a clean single to center field. As here comes the 2-0 pitch. Misses up high, 3-0. And that's ball four. He walks the leadoff batter again. A leadoff single in the first inning, a leadoff walk in the second inning, and a leadoff walk here in the fourth inning. Hanwha's had the leadoff batter on 3 times. This time up again, up at the top of the order. Ito Yoon steps in. He's 0 for 1 on the day, grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in his one at bat after Sona Sup led off the bottom of the first with a single. As checks over on Sona Sup. And here comes the bunt that Kiwi was hoping for. And he pulls the bat back, and it's in there for a strike. One time he hits into a double play, so he's has to bunt the rest of the times. No Shiwan hits into a double play every time there's a runner on first, but he doesn't bunt. Here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Drops the bunt down. Gerardo grabs it to throws to first in time. And all the fans cheer because they like losing. Another crappy ground as that ball did not bounce at all. And that is up and in Moon Young Ben for a ball, 1-0. Isn't it? They tried to bunt him last week, but all right, runner now over on second base. Moon Young Ben looks at just strike one in there, and it's 1-1. Moon Young Ben flew out to center in his first at bat. Yeah, but in Korean baseball, most of these guys suck at bunting. And here we go. The 1-1 that sets up on the outside as he lifts that one to left. The left fielder at the warning track makes the catch. And just like expected, 2 away. Hanwha needs to win this game as LG is about to turn it on against Kium. And that's in there for a strike. 0-1 to Noshiwan. That checks on the inside, misses inside, 1-1. Grilled mackerel. Shiwan. Oh, they've changed it. They did not. They're not telling them to run home this time. Yes, here comes the 1-1 pitch as fouled, and it's 1-2. Gangsta pizza. I had a burger. It was good enough. No, Pizza Run is the best place. As the 1-2 pitch. rolls over it. It stays a foul in 1-2. Pizza run. I like to get the specialty pizza, half hamburger pizza, Hungry Man hamburger, or Hungry Man burger, and half Mexican pizza. Weenie mooning us over there on the foul over there in the cheer section. And that is lifted up into right field. That might be trouble. Center fielder, though, and makes the catch as Kim Sung Yoon slides to try to avoid him. Takes out Kim Ji Chan. I think they should be both fine. And Kim Ji Chan calling it. Kim Sung Yoon had to slide so that because he was so close to the wall, ends up taking out Kim Ji Chan. And but they get through it, and we'll go to the fifth inning. 1-0 Samsung. Another excellent bunt by Hanwha. Was able to do nothing. Kiwi, have you tried the what is it, on-off pizza? I think that's what it's called. It's the wood-fired that's right across from the stadium. Across from, I think it's now like it's right at the crosswalk by the big arches on the street with all of the window tinting places and the navigation places. I haven't tried it, but wow, a Samsung Z Fold 7. That looks like a swell little phone there. Samsung will have their 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. As a Ryuji Hawk turns on that, that's going to be trouble. But not enough as Yi Jin Young makes the catch, running to the warning track, and 1 away. iPhone, AirPods Pro, Apple Watch, iPad Pro. As that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Got a MacBook Pro over there. My streaming setup is ran by a Mac Mini M2 Pro, as that's in there for a strike also, and now it's 0-2. All right, Pak Sung Gyu, the 0-2 pitch, rolls over that to the shortstop, scoops it up, quick throw, and that's 2 away. I actually had a Samsung when I first moved to Korea. I had a Samsung Note 2 when I first moved to Korea, but I switched to iPhone. It's just, especially for me, with making videos and all of that, everything it works together perfectly. As that's a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, 0-1. EJ Hyun singled in his first at bat, stole a base, and then came around to score. He is the 1 run of this game so far. As the 0-1 in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2. Weiss is working through this inning. As the 0-2 pitch way up and in, and it's 1-2. Weiss again, 19 pitches in the first, 9 in the second, so 16 in the third, 16 in the fourth. As he has only gotten a 1-2-3 inning. That was in the seconds when he had the 5, 6, 7 hitters up, and the 1-2 misses low, 2-2. That was his 9 pitch second inning. One strikeout in the first, one strikeout in the second, one strikeout in the third, and one strikeout in the fourth. Can he get his one strikeout here in the fifth? Sets up on the outside and slapped foul. Stays at 2-2. Struck out Kujauk looking in the first, struck out Kim Young Un looking in the second, struck out Kim Ji Chan swinging in the third, and struck out Kang Min Ho looking to end the fourth. As the 2-2 pitch just misses outside, runs the count full again. Fifth full count of the day for Samsung. As again, they're trying to get this pitch count up on Weiss to get to that bullpen. Pitcher's game. As that one has popped up, right fielder Yi Jin Young coming in. He can't find it, but then he finally finds it. And that will be another 1-2-3 inning for Samsung. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. They've got a 1-0 lead. Yeah, Hanwha's overworked bullpen should be the correct thing to say, I think. 11 pitches in that inning for Weiss. 71 pitches now for him. Parado, on the other hand, sitting at 48 pitches. It is possible. I mean, if you think about it, though, I mean, who have they been hitting against? They had 3 games against 3 games against Kium, and then 3 games against Doosan, and then yesterday's game against Hanwha, and not just Hanwha, but Wang Jun Saw, who really struggles. I think the gap between second and third is too much. Again, the gap is 9 games with only 20 games or 22 games left to play, 21 after today. That's way, way too many games. Because if Hanwha is losing, that means those other teams are winning. So, but Yi Jin Young will lead things off as that's just misses outside. And it's 1-0. I think Samsung is aiming for the number 3 spots as the 1-0 in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Yi Jin Young 0 for 1 today, flew out to center field in his first at bats. And a swing and a miss there, and it's 1-2. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss on a pitch down way below the zone. And that's the third strikeout of the day for Hirado. And might have gotten a piece of that as Kim Min Won, but nonetheless, it's 0-1 now. Reyes's dogs? Like you're talking about Lotes Reyes? As the 0-1 pitch into the dirts, and it's 1-1. What is with these people? This is again, this is what happens when you have. I really think that a lot of people in Korea are secretly betting on games. And I think that people, again, a swing and a miss there on a pitch below the zone, 1-2. I think people put athletes up on this pedestal like some importance over just a game where they have their favorite players and they get involved with the game. As the 1-2, he fouls. Nope, it's going to be a ground ball. Pitcher underhand toss. As I thought he fouled it because he swung at a pitch that was almost on the ground. But the 1-3 puts two away, and we go to the number 7 hitter, Che Jae-hoon. He's like, I'll throw it on the ground, and nope. He throws it almost on the ground, but Kim Min-won is able to get a hit or get a hit on it. Yeah, well, I didn't know if they maybe even meant Reyes for Samsung because he didn't pitch well. As that's in there for a strike to Che Jae-hoon. And the 0-1 pitch misses up, and it's 1-1. And then the 1-1 is fouled away, 1-2. A little miss by Diaz off of the rebound. Golden Glove? Like, is it so? Korea calls these Golden Gloves. They should be called the Golden Batting Gloves. And the Golden Glove should be for defense. Yeah, so the 1-2 pitch is slapped, but gets foul. Like, do you mean Golden Gloves like defensive, or do you mean like offensive Golden Glove? Should be Golden Bats or something like that. So not, it should be renamed. And that's fouled away as he sits down once again. Obviously, you got to go. Say, try to think here. Catcher's got to be Yang Yi as the 1-2 pitch misses outside at 2-2. First base. First base is you got to go Diaz. Second base misses low again. Trying to think. Second base. Man, there's not really been. Got to go Pak Min-woo. He's really been the only offensive. He's really been the only second baseman. As that is a fouled away. Trying to think. Shortstop. Kim Ju-won. Left field. Left field. I want to go Moon Hyun Bin. as that is rolled over. Second baseman underhand toss to first, and another 1, 2, 3 inning goes Hanwha. Their second of the day. We'll go to the sixth inning, but we'll take a break first. I don't know. There's no real good third baseman offensively this year, but I'll think about it during the break. I'll be back in just a second. All right, so we're about to back. So yeah, so I thought more about it. Obviously, I think third base has to be Son Sung Moon. I kept forgetting about Sung Sung Moon. I kept thinking he was, second base or first base or everywhere else. Yeah, outfield. Moon Hyun Bin, An Hyun Min, and Reyes. And then DH would be Chae Hyung Woo. Yeah, so catcher, Yang Yiji, first base, Diaz, second base, Park Minu, shortstop Kim Ju-won as Kim Ji-chan bunts it back to the backstop, and it's not a ball. It should have been a ball, but he bunted it. Yeah. So yeah, third base Song Sung Moon, outfield Moon Hyun Bin, Reyes, and An Hyun Min, and then DH Chae Young Woo. As that misses low. Ball one, 1-1. As that is fouled away, 1-2. Yeah, they're still in it, Steven. Arpos says no. Arpos thinks, like a Korean manager, that the game is over in the first 5 innings, as that one misses way up high, 2-2. Stefan, did you get the TVing work? All right, the 2-2 pitch to Kim Ji-chan. Slapped foul. I even created you your own login, Stefan. As the 2-2 misses up high, 3-2. And he walks him. Oh, I can't believe. Kim Ji-chan and now on first base. Will they actually let him run this time, ladies and gentlemen? As they check over on him. All right, so this checks over on him again as he slides back in. Have to think that he's going to be going eventually. Oops, wrong side. Oh, moving is so bad. As he drops down the bunt, that's a beautiful bunt. That's going to be trouble. He's safe. He is a fast, ladies and gentlemen. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a beautiful bunt when you're that fast and the grass is that crappy. The the ground at in Dejan Stadium is so bad shape that it doesn't bounce. Safe. Woo! I think he might be out. Why are you sliding into first? Not only that, your hands are off to the side. What are you doing? I think he might be out. Not only is he sliding head first to be slower, he's not even sliding hands out. He's sliding. He was called safe on the field. No, bunting is way worse. Right there. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. Holy smokes, the old man got one right. Run through the bag and you're not out. All right, the Gujauk steps in now. Misses outside, ball one. The only time you should ever slide head first is whenever you're off balance. Sliding head first into third or first base. A swing and a miss there. Another ugly looking swing from Gujauk. Yeah, another 1-1 is fouled away. 1-2. Here comes the backdoor slider. Michael, I hate to tell you, but KT is up 1-0 against Kia. You finally finished your grilled mackerel. So here comes no spins off the mound to check on Kim Ji Chan. Uja Hook on the season, 333 with runners in scoring position. Yeah, and here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Ito Yoon is able to make the play, throws to first, and that's two away. Once again, a sacrifice bunts has left it up to the batter coming up with two outs. No, with two outs now, Weiss will be facing Diaz. Righties against Diaz, only hitting 194, but they have 7 of his 11 home runs as Diaz first pitch swings, but gets out of place or out of play, and it's 0-1. Samsung had a chance here to extend this game or extend this inning, and they need to take it as he does not go around. No 1-1. Weiss at 85 pitches, and he is a guy that is going to throw 100 pitches every game. As here comes the 1-1 pitch, sets up on the inside, misses low, 2-1. Kim Ji-chan scores on a wild pitch also. And the 2-1 misses up high, 3-1. Kim Young-un on deck. The lefties, a 212 on the season, 4 home runs out of the 11 home runs. Pitch number 88 for Weiss. And he pops him up, but he gets out of play, and that runs the count full. Another full count. Second full count of the day for Diaz. 7th full count of the day for Samsung. Hits, 2 walks, 4-3 ground out, strikeouts, and a fly out to right. He is definitely today. As here comes the 3-2 counts. Sets up on the inside, misses, and that's going to be another walk. Runners now on the corners, first and third for Kim Young-un. Second walk, no. Third walk of the day for Weiss. Out comes the pitching coach. Warming up is Jung Woo-ju and Pak Sang-won. Pak Sang-won did pitch yesterday, I believe. Yes, Pak Sang-won, 18 pitches yesterday. About right at Chuseok. Because, well, you have all 3 holidays right back to back to back in. So about, I'm gonna guess right about that time. No, it'll be right at that time. Because the end of the season is the 30th. And then that big vacation starts that's right down the middle, starts on the 3rd. Well, the 3rd of October is Gaechonja. And that's the first day of that big long break as that misses up out of play, and it's 1-1. 91 pitches for Weiss. This may be his last inning. A swing and a miss there as he can't catch up to the high fastball. And it's 1-2. Here, go ahead. Ready? Go. And then the 1-2 is turned on, lifted. That's going to be trouble if it gets down, but it is foul. Stays 1-2 as he turned on it, but hooked it to just foul. They are playing him to go the other way in the outfield. Kim Young-un versus Weiss. 3 for 5, but he's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout looking in a 3-6-3 double play. And that is goes the other way. That is going to go, and off the wall. Moon Hyun-bin grabs it. Kim Ji-chan comes around to score. And that is going to be an RBI double. As now 2-0. I think they should have runners on the second and third. I don't know exactly where Diaz is. That brings up a Kang Min Ho, though. Diaz should be over at third. See if I can see it. Yep. So runners on a second and third now. Yep. She was definitely needed a censor herself. Runners now on the second and third. Kang Min Ho looks at ball one on the inside. 95 pitches now for Weiss. This is definitely his last inning. And the 1-0 miss. Oh, just catches the top of the zone. 1-1. He's a power hitter. Arpo, he's a first baseman. He's not, doesn't need to be fast. Kang Min Ho 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to center in his first at bat. Struck out looking to end the fourth inning. Has a chance here to open this lead as swings and misses at a pitch way, way off the zone. I'm talking other batter's box, ladies and gentlemen. Diaz is faster than Kang Min Ho. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. That is going to be into the gap, but Lee Jin Young closes in on it. And that will be 3 away. They leave another 2 on. They've left 4 on so far. But they get another one. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-0 Samsung. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you get a bunch of hopium with your ticket this year because Kiwi has been living off of this stuff. Oh, coming up for Hanwha will be the bottom of the order, 8-9-1. Oops, wrong button. So the big thing with that walk in the Kim Young-un double is not only does it add a run, but it also pretty much ends Weiss's day as 27 pitches in that inning. That puts him at 98. Corrado, on the other hand, is sitting at 65 pitches. Well, you have to use a VPN. Oh, Weiss, not a bad day. Again, only gave up 4 hits at 2 runs, but he is in line for the loss if Hanwha doesn't do something. Corrado, 65 pitches. That's in there for a strike on his 66th pitch. Shimu Jun 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in his first at bats. And the 0-1 in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Wrong side at 99, no, 98. And that's going to be a 6 long throw, 6-3 groundouts. No, you can't actually. Yeah, in order to have TVing, you have to have a Korean card. No, you have to have a you have to have a Korean card. Swing and a miss there, 0-1. 0 for 1 today, a 4-3 ground out in his only at bats. And the 0-1 misses up high, 1-1. And a swing and a miss on a beautiful curveball just drops out of the bottom of the zone. 1-2. Yeah, another 1-2. Misses low. 2-2. It would be if they could, Steve. Like, Lotte would have their own streaming channel. Surprise LG. I know that if you have an LG TV, you can actually stream LG games in the US for free as Iwan Suk gets under that one. Shortstop out into the grass and finally makes the catch as he looked around like he couldn't find it. But he finally is able to. That flips the lineup back over to Sonas up. All right, to 2 away now. Sonas up looks at a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Nope, moves back onto the inside, up at the letters, and that's fouled into his foots, and it's 0-2. Harpo, are you faster than me, or was I just late on calling it? That's the real question. Sonas up led off the first inning with a single. Since then, that is the only one. As the 0-2 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. Short second baseman over to his right throws, and that's 3 away. 1-2-3. Once again, go the Hanwha Eagles. As we go to the 7th inning, it's 2-0 Samsung. All right, Samsung will have their 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. I assume Pak Sang Wan will be coming out onto the mound. Nope, Jung Woo Ju will make his trip. Oh, Jung Woo Ju will be the first pitching change of the day. Exactly. No lead is safe in the KBO. No, I don't. The only teams that allow customized uniform numbers is Hanwha and NC. So Hanwha and NC, I have Dread and 67 on the back. But the rest of them, I'll try to do in the off season. I'll just go to a local place and try to get it done. All right, so Yuji Hyuk out to the dugout. So Jung Ju out on the mound. Weiss final line of 6 innings, 98 pitches, 64 for strikes, 4 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 runs, both earned. Jung Ju is the second pick in the draft last year, 43 games, a 2-0, 41 and 2/3 innings, 3 holds, a 180 batting average against. He can be a little wild, but he also will ramp it up. As the first pitch is gonna be off the hands as Lee Jo-yoon makes the catch. One away on one pitch. They are doing nothing but talking about his 9 pitch, 9 strike inning. And the scouts enjoying that. But he didn't start the inning, as that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1, did he go around? He did not. And ladies and gentlemen, he has thrown a ball. Ladies and gentlemen, he has thrown a ball. As we're going to, no, not yet. So we're going to have a video replay on the check swing. This is the first one I have got to broadcast. This replay guy, whoever's in charge of the headsets, is running everywhere. Did not go. Excellent call there by John Goodman over at first base. And the 1-1 pitch now. That is a foul away. Che Jae-hoon takes off the mask and looks at everybody's drinks out behind home plates, and it's 1-2. My understanding is you get 2 a game on the check swing video replay. If you win both of them, then you can go on. As the 1-2 pitch way up high, 2-2. If it is called a ball, only the catcher and the pitcher can call for the video replay. If it is ruled a strike, only the batter can call for the video replay. And maybe the dugouts. But here comes the 2-2 pitch, and he hits him. The question, they're putting him on first, but I don't know if it hit his hand or not. That ball hit off really hard, so it may have hit the bat. It may have hit the bats. He does have a wrist guard on his hand. So again, they've already put him on first base, but now we'll check the replay here. Ooh, right off the thumb on the top hand. Ouch. That brings up Kim Jae-hyun. Right about here on his top hand. First base umpire is pushing him to first, saying, "Would you please go to first?" Jung Woo-ju is waiting to apologize. I said EJ Hyun, right? As we'll get a pinch runner here. No running now. Runner on first, one out. EJ Hyun. As that is a popped up right fielder going back at the warning track. And that's two away. Flips the lineup back over. Hong Hyun Bin. Yeah. He checks over on him. Top of the lineup, Kim Ji Chan. Single, a strikeout, a walk, and a run scored, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 for 2 on the day. 2 away. And the 0-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and that's way up high, 1-1. Sonos up looking on. He may not get another at bats. Arado waiting to go back out as he's only at 76 pitches, sitting in front of the industrial strength fan. Is that one is a foul? 1-2. As here comes the 1-2 pitch, misses outside. It's 2-2. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Checks over on. That was the one of the worst pickoff throws I've seen today. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a single. Drops down in front of Iwan Suk. He will hold up at second base, and Kim Ji Chan is on base for the third time today. They've now got runners on first and seconds. That brings up Kim Sung Yoon. Nice inside out swing. Drops it in front of the center fielder. Runners on first and second, both with a ton of speed. Kim Sung Yoon looks at ball one up high, 1-0. Kim Sung Yoon, 1 for 2 on the day, 3-6 ground out, a RBI double to put Samsung ahead back in the third inning, and then a sacrifice bunt. That's a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, 1-1. Another 1-1. A swings at a pitch that bounces off the plate, and it's 1-2. I don't know what he was swinging at. He tried to hold up, but he didn't. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch. 381 with runners in scoring position. Fouls that one straight back. 149 on the gun from The 18, maybe 19. How old is he? 18, 19. The 18-year-old, he won't be 19 until the end of the year, as that's going to be a chopper to the shortstop. Takes it himself, and that's will end the inning. They get a hit by pitch, a single, but not able to do anything else. We'll go to the bottom of the seventh. It's 2-0 Samsung. All right, so what do we got? 1, 2, 3. Samsung, 3 for 13 with runners on base. 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Those are both of their RBIs. They're both of their runs. They've left just 6 runners on base, 2 in the fifth, or sorry, 2 in the sixth, 2 in the seventh, and then they left a 1 on in both the first and the third inning. Hanwha will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up as they look to do something. U.S. Bank is like Gukmin Bank, Gukmin Hang, Shinhan, is Kunen Hang. Anguke Liberagosa. All right, Gerardo back out there, 76 pitch. So he stays in to play left field. Ito Yoon fakes the bunt, pulls it back. It's up high, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Ito Yoon. Ito Yoon 0 for 1 on the day. And that's in there for a strike on the curveball, 1-1. 4-6-3 ground into a double play in his first at bats. A sacrifice bunt in his second that, of course, led to nothing. As the 1-1 pitch in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Women's baseball versus softball. What? Yeah, another 1-2 pitch. That is a slapped, but it goes foul. And it stays 1-2. 149 on the gun there from Gerardo. Again, he averages 145, so he's still got something left in the tank with the 80 pitches so far through 6+ innings. Yeah, I actually saw YouTube something as that's going to be a single up the middle. And ladies and gentlemen, Hanwha has their second hit of the day. This of another single variety from Ito Yoon to lead off the bottom of the seventh. Right back up the middle, just over the pitcher's mound. Actually hit the pitcher's mound, but almost hit the rubber. So that brings up Moon Hyun Bin. Moon Hyun Bin 0 for 2 on the day, flew out to right and flew out to left. And that first pitch is going to be trouble if it gets down. But making the catch as he falls on the tarp in left field is Hong Hyun Bin, ladies and gentlemen. What a catch by the left fielder. What an absolute web gem in left field as Hong Hyun Ben took over for Pak Sung Gyu, who was hit in the hand. Great camera angle there as he catches it falling down on the cover for the tarp in right field, right up at the wall. Arado is going to be buying him a nice, lovely steak dinner this evening. All right, that brings up a Noshiwan. Does he hit into a double play or does he hit a home run? A swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. Noshiwan walked in his first at bats, but was erased on a double play, and then a fly out to center field. As he calls time there. Apparently, it's 0-2. There was another pitch somewhere in there during those replays. Noshiwan hitting a 238 on the season, but most Hanwha fans know that this is not his strong suit here. Misses low there, and it's a 1-2. On the season, he is where are we at here? Second in the league in ground into double plays. He's grounded into 17 double plays this year. As here comes the 1-2, misses low, 2-2. 86 pitches now for Hirado. He is a guy that can go the full game. He's done it plenty of times this year. And that misses low, goes from an 0-2 count to running the count full. He's had one full count. Hanwha's had one full count today. That was Noshiwan back to lead off the second inning, where he walked. And here comes the 3-2, sets up on the outside. He rolls over it, but it's foul. As it looks like Ito Yoon was running on the pitch, trying not to get into hit into a double play. Uh-oh. All righty, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. Runner on first is Ito Yoon. He took off on the last pitch. We'll see if he takes off again. The throw, no, it was a ball, just missed the bottom of the zone. And Hirado is thinking that should have been a strike, but Ito Yoon will head on over to second base. Noshiwan over at first. That brings up Ejin Young. As the pitching coach will head out onto the mound to talk to Hirado. 89 pitches for him so far. And he has had a fantastic day so far. 13 pitches in the first inning, 12 in the second, 9 in the third, 14 in the fourth, 17 in the fifth, 11 in the sixth. He is sitting at 13 this inning with one out and Ejin Young stepping into the plate or into the batter's box. He thought it was a strike, but it just missed, and that brings up Ejin Young. Ejin Young looks at the ball one into the dirt, and it's 1-0 is 90 pitches now for Hirado, which means Samsung will be into the dugout or into the bullpen either this inning or next. Of course, he would love to get a real quick double play to end this inning and then this stretch. This is the biggest difficulty that Gerardo has had all day, as the 1-0 pitch is fouled away, 1-1. Late on that, and it's now 91 pitches for Gerardo. Eugene Young has plenty of power. 0 for 2 on the day, flew out to center in his first at bat, struck out swinging back in the fifth. He is a guy that strikes out a lot. It's 19th in the league in strikeouts, but holds off of that one, and it's 2-1. There we go. The 2-1 pitch. Rolls over at third baseman, steps on the bag, throws across the diamond. Out at first on the head first slide by Eugene Young. Once again, proving how dumb players are, but they're going to review it. The big thing is that they definitely got the lead runner over at third base. Eugene Young head first sliding there to try to beat out the throw instead of running through it. Out. Definitely looks out to me. Oh, yeah. All right, Serrato gets out of it. And we will go to the 8th inning. It's a 2-0 Samsung. Chipe saw Shigo Shipta. Rado, please. Rado. Porado? Ama? All right. Again, Hanwha. No hits again with runners on base. 0 for 7 with runners on base. 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. NGNF, I've been waiting for you. How have you been, sir? How have you been? Oh, Gerardo's day, I'm going to guess, is done. He's at 93 pitches, 17 in that inning. Total equals his total from back in the 5th inning. So 93 through 7 innings. What's been bad, my man? All right, so we're back at top of the 8th inning. Gu Jauk will lead off as Kim Young-un. Even despite the double pump, Gerardo and Diaz both super pumped. All righty, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. At top of the 8th inning, 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for Samsung. Kim Bum Soo out on the mound, as I'll get to that changed for you. First pitch is outside, though, and it's 0-1. And that is going to be a single over the shortstop into center field, and a leadoff hitter on base for Samsung. Sinning is fun, NGNF. Sinning is fun, right? All right, now that brings up Diaz. Kim Bum-soo, 159 ERA on the season, having himself a much better season, and that's in there for a strike too. Diaz. Oh, Kim Bum-soo coming in to face the lefties here. I'm alive. We'll say that as Kim Bum-soo checks over. Yeah, Kim Bum-soo coming in. He's got Gu Jauk, the lefty, Diaz, the lefty, Kim Young-un, also a lefty, back to back to back lefties, as that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2. Yeah, Kim Min-soo, the Samsung guy that's out for the season with Tommy John. All righty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch. Checks over on first, and he makes the steps back. Yeah, I definitely wish I was still able to stream every day, but on the plus side, as the Gujo dives back in, on the plus side, there is a about an 8-9 day vacation in the top of, or the first part of October. Is the 0-2 just gets a stitch on the outside corner, and that is one away. So with the nice 7 or 8 day vacation for everybody in Korea, I won't be working. I actually won't be working, so I may actually be able to do some playoff games. I also I asked off from work at the end of October because that's when I think the Korean series is going to be. So I asked off for that week, hoping to be able to stream the Korean series. Uh, I am the school that I was working at's closed, so I had to switch to a different school that works in the afternoons. As that's Mrs. Down and Away 1-0. Arpo Hagwon Gangsa. Oops, wrong side. Nah. On the 1-0 pitch into the dirt on the outside at 2-0. Harpo 전에 유치원 어학당 부장님이었어요. As the 2-0 just misses Kim Jong-un, and now it's 3-0 as he almost hits him there. That's the plan, NGNF. That is the plan, sir. I do not like working in the afternoons and the evenings. I don't mind working in the afternoons. It's the evenings that is the issue. I just, not for me. That's in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 3-1. Kim Jong-un versus Kim Bum-soo in his career, 200. He is 1 for 5. Here we go. The 3-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. And it goes right down the middle, runs the count full, 3-2. Again, they have had a ton of 3-2 counts today. Hanwha now, or sorry, Samsung now with their, looks like 8th full count of the day. There we go. The 3-2 pitch checks over on Gu Jauk over at first base. Lions cheerleaders threatening people as here comes the 3-2 pitch. Misses outside, and that's going to be ball 4. Kim Jong-un walks over to first base. Gu Jauk moves over to second, And that's going to bring up Kang Min Ho as Kim Bum Soo is no longer getting the left-handers. He's got Kang Min Ho, who is a righty. What does he do? What does he do? They're going to leave him in to pitch against him. Yuji Huck on deck, who is another left-hander. Hong Hyun Bin, I'm not too sure about. As a Kang Min Ho 0 for 3 on the day, and he goes a double steal, ladies and gentlemen. Double steal puts now runners on second and third with 1 out. Hong is left-handed. Okay. Not only it was a low, the double steal. Gu Jauk is in pain. He is crying for his mother. As here comes the 1-2 pitch in the dirt again. 1-1. How is it 1? The first pitch was in the dirt. I don't know why they're saying it was a strike. Did he? Maybe it was at the bottom of the zone, I guess. All right, to the 1-1 pitch. Low, 2-1. Not going to the right-hander, Pak Song-wan, and Father Time looking on. Remember back in his days when they had to make baseballs with dirt and rocks. Kang Min Ho versus Kim Bum Soo, 267 in his career. Sets up on the outside. He rolls over that, and that bounces over the drawn-in infield. Gu Jauk comes around to score, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a 2 RBI single for Kang Min Ho. And now it's 4-0 Samsung. As Kang Min Ho clears the bases as the infield was drawn in. Kang Min Ho comes up huge. He'll be done for the day also, as they will have a pinch runner here. Bringing in the infield, and it's a chopper. That's a double steal, caused those 2 runs. Why are you sad, NGNF? Kim Bum Soo, a hard throw over to first base. Is that Yang Do-gun? Usually Yang Do-gun takes over running late. Wow, NGNF. NGNF, you need to send me a message before you do stupid stuff like that. Yang Hyun. I don't even know who that is. I figured it was Yang Do-gun, but no. Yang Hyun over on first base for Kang Min Ho. Yeah, it is. I don't know Samsung players that well. Looks like Yang Do-gun isn't even on the roster. As that is lined, but foul. 0-2 now to Yuji Hyuk. Big inning here for Samsung. Up by 4 now. Arado doesn't need to come back out, as that's ground ball. Kim In-wan throws to shorts, the throw back to first in time. As Kim Bum Soo almost got ran over as his feet weren't put exactly where they should have been, but the 3-6-1 double play ends the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the eighth. It's 4-0 Samsung. Big breathing room there. All right. Let's see here. There we go. What? Arpo, what kind of commercials are you getting over there, man? Hanwha will have their 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up here in the bottom of the eighth inning. I believe Samsung will go. Yes, Lee Sung Hyun will come out on the mound for Samsung. That will end Harado's day with the quality start plus. All right, Lee Sung Hyun, Cha Sung Hyun, 5.27 ERA, or sorry, Woo Sung Hyun, 5.27 on the season, 30 games, 2-1, 27 and a third innings. He will face Kim In Won, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Woo Sung Hyun is, in fact, behind the plates now is Lee Byung Hyun. Bats and misses outside, 1-1. I mean, it's the KBO in GNF. It's always possible, right? And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Lee Sung Hyun versus Kim In Won. Kim In Won 0 for 2 on the day. A 6-3 double play as that misses up high, 2-2. I think Kiwi's actually on his way to the game to go and smack the umpire, the manager. I think that's what's happening. As here comes the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that's one away. As the Hanwha fans are going crazy on the interwebs. Why did I put Lee Sung Hyun? It's Lee Byung. All right. Che and Ho is pinch hitting here for Che Jae Hoon. Yeah, he's off the roster. Shoulder, I believe. And that misses low, 1-1. Liberado's hurt. Che and Sung is hurt. So 2 of their best 3 offensive players are injured. And this is a team that their offense was bad before. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. Yeah, you wonder, like, is Florio at home watching this game, rooting for Samsung? All right, the 1-2 sets up high on the outside corner, just below the letters, and that is line to left field, caught on the run by Hong Hyun Bin, and that's two away. There's a Liberato. That is two solid defensive plays out and left. Is that's We've got a pinch hitter here. Again, this is the guy that should have been starting for Hanwha at shorts. Lefty versus righties. Again, not that I like even seeing his face, but to be a better team, it would just make sense. 1-1 counts now. Again, you got a righty on the mound. Why not have your left-handed shortstop hitting? As here comes the 1-1 pitch. That is a fouled away, 1-2. Two of the most punchable faces in the KBO into this game. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up down low. Did he go? I don't think he did. He did not, and it's 2-2. Common there. Get him chasing off the zone. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Sets up right on the outside corner. Slapped foul. Stays at 2-2. Yeah, strikeouts, groundouts, flyouts, any outs is fine. As that is a bounce into the dirt, runs the count full, 3-2. And again, he's hitting 313 against Samsung, but they don't have him playing, and that's a liner to the shortstop. That's a 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the 9th inning. Samsung up 4-0. Yeah, Samsung is playing with softball defenders. They get an extra outfielder. Samsung will have the 8 and 9 1 hitters coming up. That'll be Hong Hyun Bin, EJ Hyun, and Kim Ji Chan. NC is beating down Samsung or SSG. NC's up 10-1. KT's up 7-0 against KT. I was not expecting this. In fact, KT seems to have as many hits as Hanwha has runs, ladies and gentlemen. Samsung or Doosan and Lotte are in a battle there. It's 7-6 as they keep going back and forth. Doosan was up 2-0. Lotte goes up 3-2. Doosan goes up 5-3. Then Lotte goes up 6 5, and then Doosan scores 2 to go up 7-6. LG is dominating Kium. They're up 6-1 there. So, all right, to top of the ninth inning. Hansung Hyuk out on the mound. As if you're looking on your screen watching the broadcast, half a game separating SSG and Lotte, half a game separating Lotte and Samsung, a half a game separating Samsung and KT, one game separating KT and Kia, and virtually no games separating Kia and NC. This is without a doubt the closest I have ever seen late in the game here, or late in the season. All right, I think I've got it. Hansung Hyuk out on the mound. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. EJ Wan back behind home plates, taking over. And a swing and a miss there. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. That's bring up the number 9 hitter, EJ Hyun. Han Sung Hyuk, a 2.40 ERA on the season, 62 games. And almost hits EJ Hyun, but yeah, but when you got a 4-run lead in the 9th inning, you can afford that type of game. And here we go, the 1-0 pitch to the shortstop. That is ripped off of Noshiwan into left field. Again, that is a hit for in the KBO. It is an error everywhere else in every other league. Again, they don't get in front of the ball in the KBO. They field it to the side. That is, yeah. The announcer's like, "Oh, that's really difficult." Yeah, it's the hot corner. Get in front of it, you bum. Yes, that's misses outside. Ball 1 to Kim Ji Chan. Kim Ji Chan, 2 for 3 on the day. A couple singles and strikeout and a walk and a run scored. Throw over to first base. He's easily back in there. EJ Hyun, second hit of the day for him. Stolen base, a run scored. And that misses up high, 2-0. And that misses low, 3-0. 안녕하세요. 근데 Hanwha's offense is just so bad without Liberato and Cheon Song. It's just awful. That is a 4-pitch walk, ladies and gentlemen. That puts runners on first and seconds with only 1 out. Han Sung Hyuk now facing Kim Sung Yoon. Kim Sung Yoon RBI double back in the 3rd, and he fouls that into the bomb squad chest protector of EJ Wan. And it's 0-1. Tomorrow, no game. I have too much stuff to do. But next weekend, I'll be doing Saturday and Sunday games as the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike on the outside. 포기하지 마세요. 우리 언제나 응원해요. 화이팅. Sign says, don't give up. That misses outside, 1-2. A Lotte fan and Hanwha fan not enjoying themselves. And saying, I can't believe I paid a scalper to come to this game. Yeah, as here comes the 1-2 pitch. Slapped foul. Stays at 2-2. 14 pitches now for Han Sung-hyuk. Sorry, 13. Kim Sung-yoon, 3-6 ground out in the first. RBI double in the third. Sacrifice bunts. Should have been a bunt single, but he head first slid into first base and was thrown out. And then a grounder to the shortstop. That's curveball, forgets to curve, and it's at 2-2. .378 with runners in scoring position. Throws the bat down there. That might be trouble. That's will be. Can't believe they didn't call infield fly there. Actually, as 2 away now, and that brings up a Gujauk. And the first pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-2 or 1-0. 16 pitches now for Han Sung-hyuk. Again, about 20 to 22. He really starts running into it. His contract is only for this year. He signed a 1-year contract. All right, the 1-0 pitch sets up on the outside. Just catches the bottom of the zone. 1-1. Single, a stolen base, and a run scored in the last inning. He led off the inning with a single. Then the double steal came around to score on the Hong Min Ho 2 RBI single as he slaps that one foul and out of play. 1-2. Struck out looking at his first at bat, a 4-3 ground out, a 4-3 ground out, and then the single. And the pitch, that is fouled away once again. 19 pitches now for Han Sung-hyuk as you're getting right there at that mark. Father Time looking on. Matt misses outside. They check down to first, third, and he says, nope, not on my watch. Not on my watch. A good call by the third base umpire. And misses outside there, runs the count full. Another full count. That means both runners are going to be going, which also means a single could easily score 2. Double definitely is Kim Ji-chan and Lee Jae-hyun both have a ton of that's going to be deep in the hole. The shortstop bobbles it, and that is going to be an error. And that loads the bases for Diaz. They're going to give him a hit on that. And I say BS. He's getting an error. Diaz looks at the first pitch just on the outside. Yeah, and it's 0-1. Diaz 0 for 2 on the day. Does have a couple walks, though. And that is ripped right at the first baseman. Steps on the bag, and that will end the top half of the ninth. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. It's 4-0 Samsung. Let's see. Diaz hit it hard, but that will be the, unless there's a extra innings somehow, some way, that will be the end of Samsung's double digits hits. They did give Gujauk a hit on that. Obviously, it's not a hit in any other league in the world. But so Kim Jae-yoon will come in. Labor Day market and living spaces. Why wouldn't you be interested in that? That's really interesting stuff. Bringing in the closer. No, not the closer. Oh, interesting here. Bringing in the closer. Not, yeah, not only that, but like you have a 4-run lead. Why are you bringing your closer in here? Closers suck whenever it's not a close situation. You bring him in here. He pitched yesterday. So not only did he pitch yesterday, so now you got to pitch him again today, which means you can't use him tomorrow when you have Juan Tayin versus Ryun Jin. I don't know. I was thinking it was Kim Jae-hoon. Who should be in there. That is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 to Yuan Suk. Yeah, Kim Tae-hoon should be in there pitching. But I think he pitched the last 2 days, so that misses way outside, and it's 1-2. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. That is lifted into center field. Kim Ji-chan going back in front of the warning track, and that's 1 away. Flips the lineup back over. Sona Sup will attempt to do what he's done once today, and that is to get a hit. It's not over yet, though, Arpo. Apparently, there was a ball somewhere. Again, I didn't see it, so but it was a ball. As here comes the 1-0 pitch, sets up on the inside corner just below the belts. And that's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Dorado in line for the win. But again, this is the KBO. No lead is safe. And that misses inside at 2-1. Nah, as the 2-1 misses low and inside at 3-1. When they KBO 구원 투수 잘 못 던져요. 그래서 아직 안 끝났어요. No lead is safe. This is the KBO. As here comes the 3-1 pitch in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Runs the count full 3-2. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, and it's fouled away. Stays 3-2. Sonos up a 288 season average. It has gone down since he's come to Hanwha. He was at a 300 right when he came to Hanwha. Hitting 247 since coming to Hanwha. As here comes the 3-2 pitch. That is fouled back again, and it stays 3-2. On deck is Ito Yoon. Behind him is Moonhyun Ben. They've all three got to come up to bat if Hanwha has any chance. As here comes the 3-2 pitch, sets up down the middle once again. That is rolled over. Diaz grabs it, takes it himself, steps on the bag, and that's 2 away. That brings up Ito Yoon. Ito Yoon, a 1-for-2 on the day. A 4.63 ground into double play for Sonos up when he had his single. Hanwha has 2 hits on the day, ladies and gentlemen. 2 hits. Both of them were erased by double plays. Ito Yoon sets up in the batter's box. That is turned on and off the wall. He'll cruise into second base, and he is in there with a 2-outs double as Hanwha looks to try to keep this game going. First pitch turned on it off of the monster wall. And it's 2 outs, a runner on second base for Moonhyun Ben. Yeah, if it would how high did it hit off that wall? Yeah, maybe. The thing with Daegu is it's not there that's the home run, it's the left and right center that is so short. It's 95 meters to the wall. Yeah. All right, so Moonhyun Ben, Mr. Clutch himself, is stepping in. They do not want a home run here. Home runs are rally killers. As that is turned on also, and it's fouled. 0-1. Mr. Clutch himself, Haegyel Sa, the problem solver. And the 0-1 is fouled away, 0-2. Kim Jae Yoon watches a 3-run shot from Moon Yun Bin way back on April 5th. As here we go, the 0-2 pitch says throw it in the dirt. He does, and it's a ball because nobody's swinging at that. With the catcher slamming his glove on the ground. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up high, up at the letters, doesn't chase it, and it's 2-2. That was the I think that was the game that turned Hanwha's season around, honestly. As the 2-2 pitch slaps at its foul and it stays 2-2. Why would they do that when they got a superstar on deck? As here we go, the 2-2 pitch. As fouled away again. Lotte has tied it up on a no deuce. Lotte went up 8-7, and then Doosan tied it back up. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws it across the diamond, and that will be the end of the game. And Hanwha falls and loses the series. As we go to the old recap. Hanwha, I mean, offensively just had nothing. Had absolutely nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Kim Ji-chan, Kim Sung-yoon, the top of the lineup for Samsung got it done. Kim Ji-chan on base 4 times, 2 singles, 2 doubles, or 2 walks. Kim Sung-yoon, an RBI double to put them ahead in the 3rd inning. The bottom of the order, Kim Jae-hyun, a couple singles for him. So Samsung, they had technically they had 9 hits, but not an error on the shortstop. But let's be real, that was definitely an error. So Hanwha's offense again just continues to struggle. Thank you. I can't see who that is because of the black background. But yeah, I mean, Hanwha continues to struggle offensively. They were awful earlier in the season. They haven't been great. They did get a 3-game sweep against Kium, but that's against Kium. They did with Liberato and Cheon Song both outs on for I don't know how long. It is a big offensive. The 2 of the top 3 offensive guys for Hanwha are gone. They really just can't score runs against any I want to say decent pitcher. So without some decent bats and going against some bullpen guys, Hanwha's offense just doesn't look good. It's not going to be any easier to tomorrow with Yuhyun Jin versus Won Tae-in on the mound. So very possible. I told Kiwi earlier this week that it's very possible that Samsung sweeps. And right now they've got the first 2 games. They're obviously going to win the series, and more importantly for them, SSG is down 12-2 in the bottom of the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. So they should lose that game. So that's going to bring SSG down 14.5 games behind LG. Same with Samsung with the win today. They'll be 14.5. Lotte in a battle 8-8 in the bottom of the 7th inning against Doosan. So it's very possible that Samsung could be the number 3 team tomorrow when this game goes. LG's currently up 6-4 against Kium, but Kium has scored 3 runs since I said anything. They've also got runners on first and third with 2 outs in the top of the eighth inning. So that game is definitely not over yet. So again, lots of stuff going on in the KBO. The between again the third and eighth is just not a lot of space. One good week puts you into third place. One bad week puts you down to eighth. So that is a severely bunched up after Hanwha. Hanwha again, despite the fact that they have not played well and continue to not play well, it's not the biggest thing in the world because they do have a 9-game lead over SSG. That'll go down to 8 games over Samsung at the end of today's game. So it's not particularly awful for them. But not winning against some of these teams, it doesn't leave a lot of confidence for them going into the playoffs. Again, Hanwha needs to win first, but if they have a chance to win a championship, they do have the you know great starting pitching, but again that bullpen runs into a lot of issues late, so they'll get a little bit of rest. But Hanwha, they shouldn't be too big of a deal with only 21 games left and an 8-game lead. It would have to be an epic collapse by Hanwha to not be able to hold on to second place in the standings. LG uh, seems to just be playing better and better these days, so uh, they should be able to hold on again. They should, but there's still plenty of games left. Hanwha and LG still have 3 games left. Hanwha and Samsung, after this weekend, they still have 2 games left where Hanwha has to go and play in Daegu. Um, Also, they only have they still Hanwha also has 3 games left against Kium, so it's not like Hanwha doesn't have plenty of opportunities to get a couple wins here and there. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks, Stefan. Hopefully you are enjoying your new apartment. But thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back next week, guys. Next week, I will be back for Saturday and Sunday. Most likely, one of those games will be Hanwha versus Samsung. Other game will most likely be Lotte versus SSG, or possibly SSG versus LG. So one of those days, I will probably be doing Hanwha versus Samsung, as Ryuhan the the pitching matchups will be changing a lot because of all of the days off that some teams have. So I'll be back next week again. Next week, guys, the weekend games move to 5 o'clock, so they'll move an hour ahead uh, for a couple weeks before they move to 2 o'clock on Sundays. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back next weekend and next Saturday. I will don't know who I'm going to stream yet, but thank you guys anyway. I will be back next week. I will see you then, and as always, until next time.